This episode is brought to you by the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy, opening on November 1st. Join the waitlist and get your free PDF, The Girlfriend Roadmap Checklist, at introvertdatingsuccess.com. Stay till the end for more information. What up, IDS Mob? HarryWilmington here. And today, we're going to talk about how you build trust with a woman. And to do that, we're going to be using a pizza store analogy. And this is actually based off a newsletter that I sent to my loyal subscribers today. When you sign up on the wait list for the Introvert Dating Success Academy, one of the things that you will get is my regular newsletter. So these are things that I don't typically do videos about, but just little tidbits throughout the day to help you in your dating life. But I thought this one was a good one to share. So here's how the story goes. This is the analogy I'm making between you being able to build trust with a woman in the proper way by way of a story about a pizza store, all right? So, I live in California, and in California, there is a restaurant here called California Pizza Kitchen, or CPK for short. And so, this is a very popular restaurant throughout California, and they also have a phone app. Now, one of the nice things about the phone app is that when you sign up for it, you can get these awesome rewards like a free pizza for your birthday. You can build up points towards getting discounts on pizzas, but the reward that I like the best is that there is a baseball team in town called the Los Angeles Dodgers. You may have heard of them before. I hadn't really paid attention to them until this year, but when I was looking up the California Pizza Kitchen app, I noticed they had a special whereby anytime the Dodgers win a home game, then they will reward the next day a free 7-inch personal-sized pizza. Now, I love free food, and I especially love free pizza. So when I heard about this and that the app had this reward, I was like, I gotta sign up for that. So I signed up for the app, and I wanted to see if it was actually true, and it was. The Dodgers had like a week's worth of games at home where they won like 6 out of the 7 games. And every single time they won, I got free pizza. And it was awesome. And so typically with the home games, like they have home games like a week to 10 days, and then they'll go away for a week or two and have games in other places, and then they come right back to town and do that again. So I started going to California Pizza Kitchen to get these free pizzas. And they have them throughout Los Angeles. There's like 6 or 7 different locations that I've been to so far. But there's one location that's near my apartment that I like because the pizza consistency is always on point. The dough always tastes fresh. They cut it into 6 slices instead of 4. The sauce is robust. Like, I go to this one all the time. And so I started doing this in June. And what happened over time is that I would regularly, when the Dodgers were winning, I'd go to this one. I'd go to a couple of other ones too, but I'd mostly go to this particular one. And I was going so much because the Dodgers were winning so much that it got to a point where the staff could now recognize me when I walked in. Like before I even sat down, they'd be like, oh, you want this kind of pizza? Do you want this drink to go with it? Like whatever. And it's nice because, even though I'm an introvert and I'm like, I'd rather not be talking to people, the fact that I can just kind of sit down and they already know what I want is fantastic, right? So I know you're probably thinking, great, what does all this have to do with building trust in a relationship? I'm getting to that, right? So I started doing this in June, so July, August, September. So earlier this month, the Dodgers won a game, and I went to go get my free pizza. Now, on the app, you can actually pay for your food through the app. So you go there, you give them your code, and then they're supposed to put the code into the computer. That way, when you order, they can just attach it to that code, and then that'll go directly to your phone, and you pay for it. So I got my pizza. I usually order like a lemonade or a salad or something to go along with it. That way, I can tip off a certain amount of money versus like tipping off a zero. And so, so I asked for the check, and they printed out the check and brought it to me. And then I remembered, oh, wait, I can just pay in the app. So I opened up the app, and like I've done tens of times now, I put in my stuff, I pressed the pay button, and then I closed up my phone, and I walked out the restaurant. I get home, and I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm checking my phone, and I look at the Pizza Kitchen app, and I realize that they have actually charged me a walkout fee for walking out of the restaurant without paying. And I was like, I don't know how that happened because I as far as I know, I paid on the app, and then I guess as it was processing, I might have closed my phone, so therefore it didn't fully process or something. I have no idea. So again, in this particular instance, I'd gone to that same CPK that I've gone to tons of times now. So I called them up, and I say, hey, this is Harry. I was just there. I got a pizza. I thought I paid for it, but I didn't, and I got charged a walkout fee. What's going on? So the guy looks it up. He's like, oh yeah, no, okay, we'll fix it. Hold on a second. So he like literally just fixes it. No problem. He's like, yeah, no problem. And I was like, oh, that was fast. Appreciate it. And he was like, yeah, don't worry. You've been in here so many times. We just assumed it was a mistake. And so we'll see you the next time the Dodgers win a game. So as I was on my way to get my free pizza today, because the Dodgers won one of their 2 headers yesterday, free pizza, I tell you, the app, get the CPK app. This is not a plug. They're not paying me. The pizza's amazing. If you're in California, get the CPK app. But as I was driving to get my free pizza today, I thought back on that incident. And what I realized is this, is that, because I've been going there for consistently for 3 months now, it would have been different if, say, I went there, it was my first time going there, and I get my pizza and I walk out. Because they haven't seen me consistently coming in. They don't know anything about me. It's my first time there. And the only thing they have to go on is the fact that I went in there, got a pizza and walked out. And now, because they've seen me for 3 months, it was a simple call and a simple like, oh, no problem. We know who you are. This is Nat. But what if it hadn't been? What if it had been my first time going there and I did that? That could have been like, my picture on the wall where I get banned for life from this CPK, or they, cancel my membership on the app, or I don't know if they'll call the cops for like pizza fraud or something like that. But the point is, like, that stuff could have happened, and that could have been the reaction instead of the reaction I got, which is, don't worry, we see you all the time. We trust you. This is Nat. So how does this parallel with building trust with women? Well, with women, it's the same thing. What I've found is that if you are being consistent over time, from the moment that you start dating this woman, you're, taking her out on dates, you're showing consistent character, you're making her laugh and you're being funny and all that other good stuff. But you're also, if you're claiming to be a nice guy or a gentleman, you're consistently being that kind of guy, and she's able to start spending time with you. You're able to regularly make her laugh. She's, you're taking her on these new adventures, and she's slowly building trust with you over time, to whereby in the span of 3 or 4 months, if you're being consistent and you're being the kind of guy that she expects you to be, and you're showing that all the time, then it's very, very easy for her to build trust. But here's a problem a lot of guys have, is that, let's say you meet a girl and you take her on that first date. You are thinking that she should already trust you. Like, if you say, oh, I'll be there this is time, or I would never hurt somebody, this is that you're just assuming that because you're you, and you're a great guy, that you think you are, and you think you're trustworthy, that she should also just automatically trust you. And what a lot of guys do is try to force this onto women by saying like, oh no, you can trust me. Oh no, we never do anything to hurt you. No problem. But you got to think about dating from a woman's perspective. How many guys has she gone out with who claim to be good guys, who claim to be trustworthy, who claim to never harm a fly, and who will always be there for her? And then all of a sudden one day, in the span of within a month's time, like the guy does something that's untrustworthy or starts yelling at her, or does something else where she's like, oh, see, this is why I couldn't, whatever. Well, so many women go through that experience. And then you come along and you give the same speech that the last 5 to 10 guys gave about you should be trusted and she can always come to you for whatever. And that is something that has to be built up. And I think that as men, we typically trust faster, because we're guys. So it's not like, of the two of us, technically, in terms of physical harm of stuff, most women aren't going to be able to really have extra strength on us. There are many ways that women can be harmful to you, but I'm saying initially because that barrier is not there for us, like, we're strong. We can do very harmful things to them physically that they can't really do to us for the most part. And so we're already like, well, I already trust you. You're pretty, you're hot, you talk to me, I already trust you, oh my God. And I think guys should also be a bit more patient when it comes to building trust. But in terms of the women's side of things, yeah, guy, she's heard that story, she's lived that story, and she is going to need time to build it. So you can't take her not trusting you right off the bat personally, all right? Because think back to we'll go back to the pizza example. If day one, I'd gone in there and got a pizza and walked out, well, I know that I didn't mean to do that, but I haven't built any kind of reputation with them. I've been going to them consistently for 3 or 4 months. So how are they to know that I'm going to come back and try to pay that money? How are they to know that this wasn't like a dine and dash? They'd have no idea, because I haven't been to their establishment enough times for them to see me as a regular, to where they can automatically trust that if something goes a little haywire or something's off, that I'm not intentionally trying to do that, and that overall, I'm a trustworthy guy. Let's just figure out what's going on. And so if you want to best have a good foundation for a relationship, you gotta build that trust up. But more importantly, you have to give her time to to spend time with you to build up that trust. It's not going to come off one date or off 2 good dates or off of a week's worth of, really happy conversations where you feel like we talked for a week, she should trust me. Like, again, dude, talking to you and spending time with you and being able to consistently see you this is why I tell you guys, on average, it takes a woman 2 to 3 months to solidify her feelings, because part of that is giving her time to process and see how you're going to actually be, to where she can get a good gauge that you're going to be an overall safe guy that you can trust and be around, versus after 2 dates, well, he said I should trust him, so I should just do that. And then she ends up like, unalive somewhere in a park, or she ends up getting slapped by you in the second week of the relationship. Like, give them time. Recognize that there's going to be a lot of things on the women's side of things that they're going to have to look for in order to really fully trust you. And if you're trying to rush them through that process and not give them the time to do that they need, then you are going to lose out. All right. So yeah, take that pizza story again. Let the trust build. Guys, if she's consistently saying yes to dates with you and showing up, it means that she's giving you these opportunities to show that she can trust you and for her to feel comfortable enough with you to establish that trust. So hopefully, guys, this helps you out. But yeah, sign up for the newsletter. And actually, go to the website, introvertdatingsuccess.com, and sign up for the waitlist for my Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy. This is going to be like the Netflix of dating advice, whereby you'll be able to go there and get hours of content, like hundreds of hours of content about how to meet, greet, attract women, how to text them, how to solve situations with them and conflict resolution stuff, how to modify your mindset so that way you'll have a better idea of how to go in there as a confident person. I have my big programs like the Smart Digital Dating course, which teaches you how to do online dating the right way, and my girlfriend roadmap blueprint, which is actually a free PDF, but there's a full program that takes you through the ins and outs of how to go from meeting a woman all the way to getting into a relationship, and then what to do to keep that relationship going. These are all, and this is just a small, minute example of the, again, hundreds of hours of content there that's going to be available to you when this comes out on November 1st. So sign up for the waitlist now. You'll get instant access to my newsletters, and you'll get a free PDF, the Girlfriend Roadmap Checklist, which is a 10-step checklist that you can follow to be able to naturally get into a relationship with the woman in the span of 3 months or less. All right? So check that out at the website. But thank you guys for watching this show. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube at HarryWilmington. And if you want to leave a monetary thank you, you can click on one of the links below, or you can go to the introvertdatingsuccess.com website and click on the tip jar tab. I'm Harry Wilmington, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Introvert Dating Success Podcast. Visit us at introvertdatingsuccess.com for more great tips on attracting women using your natural introvert charm. Oh, yeah.